Car, Ruby.
Right, we have Liberty head coach Don Richardson and student athletes Rachel Roop and Carly Keeney. We're going to start with an opening statement from coach, move on to questions in the room, and then questions from the Zoom.
First of all, very proud of Liberty softball and the team and what happened, and I can list every single player, just super proud of them. When you play UCLA and being able to beat them on their home field, it's just amazing. As an alum, just felt so good to be able to, I've always used them as a benchmark, and where Liberty softball's at right now, we're going to continue to try and build that tradition of excellence that UCLA has always had. So proud too of Grand Canyon and what they've been able to do and how they glorify the Lord, and we feel the same way. We kind of feel like we're the Grand Canyon of the East and they're the Liberty of the West, and it was just really just such a blessing to be able to play them as well, and how good a season they've had. I mean, we're right here next to two superstars, and I could tell you that with the team showed up today, we need to continue to do that. It's not over. Big wins this year with Alabama, Clemson, UCLA. We want to keep it going. And Carly's just done an outstanding job. Ruby showed up, and she's really leading, offensively. So I can talk forever, but I know you want to talk to the real stars here.
Questions?
Joe Carney from Liberty. Ruby, just real quick, you did it both ways, both with the bat and with your wheels in that first game. How did you feel running around third and then making that head first slide?
I felt very confident. Coach and I were talking when I was on the base, and I was going regardless. It's a do or die, and I trusted her, and I knew that I had a good jump on the ball, and Chada was going to hit the ball, and it worked out, and just how we planned. So just trusting everyone around me.
And then how good did it feel to start that second game with that quick 2-run homer?
Felt good. I was trying to make adjustments today compared to yesterday and previous post-game tournament. So just doing what I can and trusting Sammy and what she had told me.
Thank you. This one's for Carly. Really locked it down after that first batter. How did you feel you were able to settle in the UCLA game?
Well, I just had faith that my hitters were going to get some runs for me. We played great defense behind me, so when we do that, it gives me more confidence. And once you get going and kind of establish yourself throughout the game, it helps to carry it through.
Speaking of great defense, you were in on it yourself. The liner back to you in the second game. Is that something you pride yourself on, is your own good defense?
Yeah, I try to be. I try to be an athletic fielding pitcher. Doesn't always work out, but Devin did a great job getting to the bag on that too, so got some help from my teammates.
Lastly, 2 straight complete game victories. Is that something you're just ready to do, ready to take the ball?
Oh yeah, I'll take it as much as I can get it.
Looking forward to tomorrow. What's going to be the key?
Well, I think just playing our game, how we did today, good pitching, good hitting, and keeping the energy up. I think when we do that, we're hard to beat.
For Coach, for Coach Richardson, obviously, what did that first game mean to you personally and then as a program, the UCLA one?
Well, personally, just love to compete against the best. And UCLA is one of the best. I think for the program, huge. It just shows everyone what we can do. It's not a fluke. We've been able to do it for top teams, and it's just a great game. And I heard it was put on ESPN too. I hope it stayed on there. It was a great game. Great athletes. Just saw God's gift to all of them, their talents, and everyone hopefully was on the edge of their seats. It was pretty cool, and just Ruby had to feel good having a part of it. So both rounds. Nice.
You had a stretch there after, spanning several games where every run that we scored was a home run. I believe it was 10 runs. Then Ruby scoring that run. That was the first non-home run since the Queens series.
It's been crazy, yeah.
How did it feel to manufacture some of those runs, put the ball in play, especially that second game, some of those hits with runners in scoring position?
Yeah, it was great. I don't know, I think we ended up with 9 hits or something, but I love putting the arm up for a home run, but it was nice to move the arm a little bit, and it was fun, that everyone got into it, because tomorrow's game against San Diego State, we're going to have to produce. We got to put the ball on the ground, we got to use our speed, and it's okay to have power as well, but I know that the power on our team, they love to hit more than just, solo home runs. They like to hit their teammates in, so let's just make sure it happens. And it was good to see KK and Sav and MC had a great game, was ripping the ball and her speed, and so we got to get 1 through 9. Let's do it.
And was that a point of emphasis in that second game? You saw the first and third double steal, the KK scoring from second on a ground out. Was that just putting pressure and getting rewarded for that? Exactly.
When you have speed, you can't teach speed. We have a lot of it, so we got to get the jackrabbits on, right? We got to get the speed, and it was great. Their confidence is built up now, and we popped it up the first couple innings, and it was like, come on, ladies, we got to start putting the ball on the ground. We just got to start doing it. And we saw 3 really good pitchers from Grand Canyon. They were all different, and I loved our response. Megan Fortner just showing how great a defense she has as well, and hope she gets a golden glove. She's really doing fantastic. And the other is on a changeup to be able to put the ball deep like she did for a home run was awesome too.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for the questions.
Do we have any questions from the Zoom?
Yes, Eric Lopez in the circle. Don, we literally spoke 24 hours ago. You told me, foreshadowed this, that it reminded you of the Knoxville region. I'm curious, as a coaching staff and for the veteran players, how did that experience help you today?
Well, you have a player to my left over here, and Ruby, were you in that one? No, you're young, you're a baby. But I can tell you that everything happens for a reason, and that reason is just for us to continue to learn and take the experience. And it was interesting. My husband had said in Knoxville, hey, going for Tennessee and beating them once, knocking them out, you guys can do it. And I thought the same thing with UCLA. It's tough to beat them a number of times, so it just worked in our favor. But Carly is over here because she experienced both.
Yeah, I think definitely being able to pitch in that Knoxville regional and beating out Tennessee, it just gave me a lot of confidence going into today. I wasn't nervous at any point in the game. I didn't feel the pressure. I was ready to win, and I knew my team had my back. So I think being in that position and knowing that we could do it kind of translated to today.
Question for the 3 of you. You beat UCLA. The whole softball world is talking about it. It's exploding. It's all everybody's talking about it. Yet you all were able to stay focused on Grand Canyon after that, after that emotional high. How were you all able to do that and focus right away after one of the most historic wins in the history of the sport?
I think for us it was kind of like social media definitely puts a lot of pressure on. So I think in between games, like nobody was on their phones, nobody was on that. Like we were just focused on Grand Canyon. It's really easy to get caught up in it. So it's important as a player right now during this time, like staying off of social media, kind of focusing on the task at hand and like not listening to everything else going on, for sure.
Well, as a coach, it's purposeful for me, the elation, but also we got to move forward. You can't relish in it. No, it's not over. And to beat UCLA, it's not finished yet, right? We got to do our best, play our best to win it. So my focus was each of us trying to use the gifts God has given us, stay focused on that, give Him the glory, and just keep moving on, moving forward.
Yeah, I think the same things they said. It also just comes from a place of respect. We watched Grand Canyon beat UCLA yesterday, so we know they're a good team. They weren't just going to lay down for us. So I think just respecting them and knowing that it was going to be a tough game too, and just putting our all into that one.
All right, we have time for one more question. Zoom.
Yeah, I want to ask Carly. I know you want the ball every chance you can get, hit it, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're always going to be able to go out there and do what you do. That's an extra level to do things the way you do every time you get the ball. Tell me about your endurance.
Well, we definitely worked on it over Christmas break. I know I threw a lot to kind of in preparation for this season. Every time I get the ball, I just go out there and I try to do whatever my team needs. And if that's throwing 2 complete games, then that's what I got to do, I've kind of done it my whole life. I've had to be the number 1 arm coming from a small town. So I think that's just kind of helped me into who I am today.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.